Okay. uh, um, so the dream I've had last night has got to be the strangest dream yet. Well, since I started recording my dreams, recording, I mean, talking about my dreams. And this one, I guess, was the first one that was really like a dream, like a stereotypical dream, in a sense that A, it contained a lot of, it was like a combination of different things I've seen, experienced, or thought about during yesterday or during the last couple of days. So those things sort of bubbling to the surface of my consciousness, and also, um, what was I saying? Yeah, and also it being very bizarre, disjointed, nonsensical. I feel like uh, the dreams I've been having up until now have all had some sort of a plot, some sort of a canvas to it. Like, one storyline going from the beginning until the very end. Um, However, this one was very, very disjointed. So I remember four distinct different segments. And I guess this is the kind of dream everybody sees every night because, okay, I remember it by accident. I was having this dream around 8 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up because a delivery came. And I remember that, well, I was in the middle of the dream when I woke up. Uh, and I thought I will definitely forget this dream if I don't write it down, and I wrote parts of it down. So I hope, well, I mean, I guess I wrote the most important things down. So I think I remember the general gist of it just fine. Probably a lot of details are already gone. Um, it's already like almost 9 p.m. By the way, it's really late, and I gotta go to gym soon. So I don't have that much time to record the video. But yeah, I had a really busy day today. I had a lot of things. I gotta cut my nails. I had a lot of things to do today. Really busy at work and a bunch of other stuff. And video games. Sorry. Anyway, um, there's a plane. Anyway, the dream. So the first part is a competition. Again, kind of a theme. If you notice it, I've been dreaming about participating in various competitions lately. And I have no idea what it could signify because I'm not I'm not preparing for any competition. I haven't been in any big competitions in real life recently. So I don't know why. I don't know what's up with it. But um and the competition was um it was a bicycle race, like a BMX race, but with a twist. It was like an extreme BMX race, and I've never been like a, I've never owned a BMX bicycle. I have never learned how to do tricks. I thought they were really cool when I was small, when I was in my very early teens. I thought BMXs were really cool, and I really wanted to have one, but I never did. And I'm okay with it. But it was part. So this ride was kind of was a part of a larger competition, which consisted of um, like a four smaller disciplines, four smaller competitions, and I think the three other ones um, were more academic in nature, if that makes any sense. Oh, it was also taking place in my high school, so kind of makes sense that the competitions were academic, so like mathematics and stuff. Um, and I definitely remember that the BMX riding was the third one, and I had won the two first ones, so I was doing very well. However, this BMX one, I've never been like a very super sporty guy. I mean, okay, I've been going to the gym like half of my life, but I've never been the type of person who does a particular sport quite well. Like, some people, are in a football team, or they go cycling or swimming. I've been kind of bad at that. Everything that has to do with um, me controlling my body is just terrible. I'm just terrible at it. I cannot dance well. I cannot control my body when it comes to sports. Uh, I would say that I'm quite strong physically. I'm fitter than most people. Um, I'm very resilient. I've got a lot of stamina. So I'm a physically strong person. Um, like I can probably walk a lot more than most people, run a lot more than most people, lift heavier things than most people. I'm big. I'm like really tall and big. But I'm clumsy and I cannot control my body very well or coordinate my movements. So sports have always been a problem for me. Sports, dancing, driving a car, these sort of things. Things that require great coordination and precise movements of your body. I've never been good at those. But anyway, um, in this BMX riding competition, you had to ride this. And the BMXs are like bicycles, but I remember that in this dream, the wheels were really tiny. They were like this big, maybe. And you had to ride through an obstacle course, which included like random pits of water. It was outside. It was like a dirt road with pits of water on it. I was like, this is impossible. Okay? You cannot ride a bike over that bit of water because the wheel is going to just fall into the water and you're gonna fall. Maybe with a bigger bicycle that would have a bigger wheels, you'd be able to simply drive over the pit, but not with this tiny BMX. And I was like, no, this is impossible. And I saw other people doing it. But then I took one of the bikes and I thought, okay, let me try it. Let me just give it a try for fun. So I drove up to the pit and automatically I jumped over it. I was like, whoa, this is actually possible. And I jumped over another one. I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. I'm kind of good at it. So I kept on going, and the next part of the track was already inside. It was a massive building, like a dreamscape building that never ends, that extends for floors, infinite floors up and down. So this sort of deal. And I was driving down through floors, and so it was a big building with big, massive rooms, halls that stretched down endlessly, and you had to drive. And there was like a water slide, a dry water slide going down. So you had to, so imagine this colorful, like a half tube, half pipe, and you have to, drive through it like this. And the reason, so I know exactly why this came to my mind, because the day before or 2 days before, I saw a video of a guy driving a BMX down a water park tube, dry water park slide thing. I saw a video of that on Facebook, and this is, it appeared in my dream, but then I was driving the bike. I was going down, and it was going very fast, left and right, and, up and down. In the end, I came in second. And the person who came in first was a little boy whom, well, I think I knew when I was a kid. He was like a couple of years, like 5, 6 years younger. So obviously he's like a grown-up person, like a teenager now. But in the dream he was still a little boy. and of about 6 years old, 5 years old. Um, but not my brother, just a random boy. Um, so he won the competition, and I was kind of disappointed. I did better than I had expected, and I already had first place in the first two competitions, so I was doing very well. But I still felt kind of upset. I was talking to the boy kind of angrily. I think I took him and like shook him a little bit, because I was frustrated. And then my colleague from my current job grabbed me by the shoulder and she stopped me and she was really scared. She's a very nervous, like very anxious, very neurotic person, that colleague. And she was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're trying to kill the boy. I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to kill the boy. I'm a little upset, but I'm not gonna do anything to him, okay? And she was like, I saw it. You wanted to drown him in Pepsi. And I think there was like it was a little boy, and it was like a big pool with Pepsi Cola, or like a massive bottle of Pepsi Cola, and I think she thought that I was trying to put him in and like drown him in it. Um, no clue what that was about, and I think that was it. I got scared, and I was um, like, no, I didn't. And then after this, the dream jumped to the second part, and the second part was also a kind of a competition, but it was a 1v1 match to the death, me versus some random guy who I think was our neighbor in our first house, and my father's friend. This guy, I think he was my opponent, and we were in a forest at twilight, and we had sniper rifles, like hunting rifles with like sniper scopes on them, and we had to shoot each other. But we were very far away from each other, so it's like in a video game. You get dropped off at 2 points which are very far away. You gotta find each other and kill each other. But in my head, this guy, he's older, and he was like a pro, like a pro killer, pro hunter. I realized I stood no chance against him. He's fast, he's strong, he's a marksman shooter, and you know, I kind of suck compared to him. That was my thought process. So what I did was, and it was a winter forest. It was important detail. There was snow everywhere. So I buried my so I laid down on my belly like I am now, and I buried myself in snow a little bit, so he couldn't like so he couldn't like sneak up on me from behind. So I'm completely hidden. So only my upper body is sticking out from the snow and my rifle. And I was like looking for him until I realized that he was like right in front of me, like a couple of meters in front of me. I took a shot, and I missed. And I think he like, it was kind of like a dream thing. He teleported behind me, and shone at me with his flashlight. Um, and I thought, well, he didn't kill me. And he was like, yeah, I guess the match is over. Let's go back to sleep. It's already late. But that was, the it wasn't like a playful match. It felt really scary to me in that part of the dream. Like we were really going to kill each other. So after that, we go back to our sort of hunter's hut in the forest where we stay. There's no light. It's already dark, and there's like one big sleeping area, sort of bed, like when everybody sleeps next to each other, like in mountain huts, type of thing. This was this one like a bed? I don't remember. And we started, undressing to changing for bed, and I realized that this guy is like he's not strong at all. He's not like a Rambo commando uh, type guy. He's actually really soft. Like he's got a massive belly. He's terribly out of shape. He's wearing glasses, so I guess he's not a very good. He wouldn't be a very good marksman. He wouldn't be a very good shot. Well, I wouldn't either. Like I'm not wearing glasses, but I also cannot see anything. So, um, but anyway, I realized this guy does not amount to much. Um, I actually could have won against him really easily, but okay. And he starts talking to me, and he tells me like, "Oh, I've been feeling really bad lately, like physically bad, physically sick. I don't know why. I'm always tired, feeling kind of sick." And I ask him, "Yeah, well, why?" And he starts telling me, "Oh, I go to strip clubs a lot. I do a lot of cocaine. I snort cocaine every night, and I put it on the stripper's back. I sniff it, and then the stripper comes, sits on me. We start having sex." And he told me another guy comes on, joins from behind as well. I'm not gonna go into details on YouTube, but he described it very vividly, and I was like, ugh, dude, just a random guy uh, in public in a strip club, horrible. And then I tell him, well, yeah, no wonder you feel bad all the time if you do cocaine every day. Like, it's not good for you. You're not gonna sleep well. You're not gonna feel ill. You're not gonna be healthy. Um, I was like, oh, actually, you kind of have a point. And I said, yeah, I do have a point. Um, don't do cocaine, at least not every day. Um, well, um, what happened next? Oh, went to bed, and I was thinking like I was expecting my father to come as well, sleep in that room. I don't know why. I think he was also out hunting in the forest, but he was late. I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for my father, and I was going to read something, but the guy already went to bed, so I didn't want to like wake him up by turning on light in my telephone or my computer. Weird. So that part of the dream was over, and then suddenly it jumped to the third part, which was me. Oh, I think somebody else showing me an Instagram story on their screen. And in this Instagram story, it was a recording of this one Korean girl I know. And the story with that Korean girl, I met her once. So I had my Korean guy friend come visit me in Amsterdam a couple of years ago, and we were just hanging out together. And he said that his friend, the girl he knows from the university, was supposed to be coming over for an exchange. This is all in real life, by the way, right now. So it's not part of the dream. Um, and we were supposed to meet her at the airport, and we went to go. As I said, sure, I'm gonna help you, so on. So we picked her up at the airport. We hung out for a couple of hours. Me and the guy, she didn't speak English very well, so it was kind of awkward. And me and the guy um, smoked some weed together, and she didn't, and that was very awkward because it's a very big taboo in South Korea. And then we walked her to her hotel, and that was it. I've never seen her again. Until she appears in my dream last night in this Instagram story, and and she's very angry at me. Like the story is her ranting at the camera and being very angry towards me specifically. And she's like really, really upset. Um, she's not like, okay, she's not like hysterical, she's not screaming, but she's angry, uh, in a very articulate way. Like she's voicing her the problems that she has with me. And two things I remember in particular. First, said, she was like, "You think you have a chance with me when you have such a feminine look, or such a feminine side, or something like." I was like, okay. Um, no, I think I actually kind of hurt in a dream. Um, and then she was like, and then the other part, she was like, wait, what'd you say? I remember. She was like, "You think I didn't notice that you were hitting that you were hitting on me?" She didn't do the thing. I misspoke. Uh, you think I didn't see how you were looking at me? That you were trying to hit on me, but you know you didn't have a chance. Something very deep, something very much forgotten from many years ago has bubbled up to my memory, to the top of my to the top of my memory. Um, awkward, really cringy. Uh, I cringe at myself, but I didn't even like her on that day. I just felt really guilty on that day that we met her because we kind of so the guy really wanted to smoke weed. I smoked with him, and I obviously made her like super uncomfortable. So I was just feeling guilty towards her, um, for us putting her in an awkward situation. But I mean, I didn't even think she was that pretty. I mean, she was alright. She was okay. She's not like not somebody I would, I guess, I wouldn't say somebody would have a crush on. Well, maybe if I knew her better, but like, I didn't. And certainly at the time, I did not have any concerns about me looking feminine, because at the time I was like in my big boy phase. I was going to the gym a lot more, and I was had a specific goal to become as big as possible. So I was massive. It was like upwards of 100 kilograms, I think, or maybe less at the time because it was the same year, but already spring, so I was cutting. But still, I was big, and I was trying to be big.